Hey guys, it's Courtney from Pedestrian Nissan again, and today I wanted to change up my usual video style that I do, and I wanted to show you the difference between the 2020 Nissan Qashqai and the 2020 Nissan Rogue. So the Rogue is the blue one here, and the orange one is the Qashqai. Now these are both SV models, middle trim models, because I wanted to compare apples to apples as best as I could. Now one of the main differences in these two units is that in the Rogue, being the SV model, you are going to get an all-wheel drive vehicle. They used to make front-wheel drive for the SV model, but they don't anymore. So once you jump to SV, you are getting an all-wheel drive vehicle, whereas the Qashqai the Qashqai SV is a front-wheel drive vehicle. So I will turn the camera around and I'll go through a few more of the differences between these two. All right, so to give you guys a size comparison, side to side, you can definitely tell with the orange one being the Qashqai, the blue one being the Rogue. You can definitely see that the Rogue is the bigger vehicle. So taller vehicle means you're gonna sit higher up on the road, slightly wider, and it is slightly longer too. So I will show you a front to back comparison as well so you can see the length difference. Now I'm going to zoom in on the headlights here. So they do have almost identical headlights. Those are both halogen projector lights there. And the only difference here is that the Rogue, you're gonna get the fog lights down below, as you can see. Okay, so here is that front to back size comparison. So again, as you can see, the Rogue being the obviously larger vehicle, it's a slightly taller, a little bit longer as well. And as I mentioned earlier, it was wider as well. So Rogue is definitely going to be the larger vehicle for you. Now, the similarities here are that you are going to get roof rails up top on both of these models. So I will quickly touch on pricing for you guys. So for this 2020 Nissan Qashqai SV model, MSRP for something like this is $27,098, as you can see right there down to the bottom right. And total MSRP on a 2020 Rogue SV, as you can see right there, same spot, $33,333. Okay, so let's compare the powertrain of these two SUVs. So with the Rogue, you are going to get a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, which produces 170 horsepower. And with the Qashqai over here, you have a slightly smaller engine, being a 2 liter 4-cylinder engine producing about 141 horsepower. Okay, so as far as the interior goes, you are going to get the full Nissan safety shield in both vehicles. You have blind spot detectors in both vehicles. You have a 6-speaker audio system in both of them. I'll hop in and give you a look at the infotainment center. So you do have a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment center in both as well. And both vehicles are Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatible. That's standard in both of them. Now, one of the main differences here right now is that in the Qashqai, you are going to have dual zone climate control, whereas in the Rogue SV, you just have the regular one temperature climate control on the front. So in the Rogue, you are getting an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with lumbar support there as well. Both vehicles, you're going to get heated front seats with a high and a low setting, but the Qashqai is going to be manual adjustable seats. So just to give you a look at that, like I mentioned, Qashqai has the manual adjustable seats, but you still do have the heated front seats, high and low setting. So another main difference is in the Rogue, which is what I'm sitting in right now, you have Nissan's intelligent cruise control, which this button here is your adaptive distance control. So while you're engaged in cruise control, you can actually have 3 options to select a distance that you would like to keep between you and the car in front of you, and the car will intelligently slow down or speed up to maintain that distance that you choose. Whereas in the Qashqai, you just have the regular cruise control. You still have cruise control, it just doesn't have the intelligent feature the way the Rogue does. So with the Nissan Qashqai SV comes standard with a power sunroof, whereas with the Rogue SV, you have to add it on for an additional cost to get the sunroof added. And with both vehicles, you are getting a reverse camera, standard on both. So in the Rogue, you have quite a spacious back seat for your backseat passengers to be more comfortable. You do have sliding back seats, as you can see, so I've offset them to show you that. They also do recline as well. So again, I've offset them to show you that. These are stadium seats in the Rogue, which means your backseat passengers are higher up than you are so that they can see the road, and that is supposed to eliminate motion sickness. As you can see with that far side there, slid all the way back, you do have quite a bit of leg room back there. And here's a look at the Qashqai's back seat. So not as much room, no stadium seating. You don't have the sliding or reclining feature in these ones, and just not quite as much leg room and overall room as you have in the Rogue. Okay, so let's compare cargo capacity next. So this is the Rogue that I'm looking in, and as you can see, we have the Nissan Rogue divide and hide cargo system back here, which allows you to maneuver those two panels however you need to maximize your space. If you're packing for camping, anything like that, you can create layer shelving spots there, or you can even create a cubby area like that to hide stuff. You have tons of options that you can use this divide and hide cargo system to benefit you and your packing needs. You also have that retractable cargo cover right up top there that is removable and has a storage section right underneath that panel for you to hide it in. And there is tons of room in the cargo of the Rogue. Okay, so taking a look at the cargo capacity for the Qashqai. So in the Qashqai, you get about 19 cubic feet less than what you get in the Rogue. So quite a bit smaller of a trunk back here. You do have that removable cargo cover similar to the one that's in the Rogue. It's just not retractable, it just stays there, but you can remove it if you don't like it. And you do have a similar divide and hide cargo system, but not the same as the Rogue, not equivalent to the Rogue. You don't have these slots to make shelves and maximize your space that way, but you can use these panels to flip them up and separate stuff if you don't want stuff rolling around. So it's a similar function, but not the same as the Rogue. Alright guys, so that about covers the main differences between these two SUVs, between the 2020 Rogue and the 2020 Qashqai. So in my personal opinion, I personally think Rogue brings more to the table than the Qashqai does. I think there's a reason why Rogue is our best seller, and I think if you had maybe a bigger family with older kids who might be out of car seats by now and you need that extra space in the back seat, I think Rogue would be the way to go. Maybe somebody who's looking for something a little bit cheaper than a Rogue, a Qashqai might be a good fit for you. If you have one or two small kids who might still be in car seats who don't need all that room in the back seat, Qashqai would be a good fit for you then. So if you want to come by and go over any of the differences in person, if you want to take each one of these for a spin to see which one you like more and which one fits your needs better, come by Clarington Nissan and ask for Courtney, and I will pull one of each of these vehicles up for you and get you set up for a test drive. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.